Okay, let's be real for a second. Have you ever looked at your to-do list and just felt completely swamped? You're busy all day, you're jumping from task to task, but then at the end of the week, it feels like nothing really got done. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, then you're in the right place. We're going to break down exactly why that happens and, more importantly, how to fix it for good. This right here, this quote, it just nails the feeling that so many teams and, honestly, so many of us deal with every single day. It's that constant churn, right, where new tasks are always piling on top before the old ones are even crossed off the list. It feels super unproductive because, well, it is. I'm going to take a wild guess and say this probably hits pretty close to home for a lot of you. It's such a common trap in the way we work today. But look, if this is your team's reality right now, don't sweat it. We're about to dive into the solution. And, by the way, if you want some hands-on help with this, just check out the links below. We've got a free Agile starter kit and even one-on-one coaching available. So let's finally put a name to this feeling, this problem. We're talking about something called the WIP chaos trap. Just being able to identify and name the problem is the absolute first step to getting out of it. And there it is, WI chaos. Now, the most important thing to get from this is that it's not a personal failing. It's not about you not working hard enough. It's a system problem. It happens when the amount of work you've started just completely overwhelms your ability to get any of that work finished. It's all about the system, not the people in it. And this is why it's so sneaky and dangerous. It just creeps in, and it's disguised as being busy. But in reality, it's the silent killer of productivity. It's just quietly draining your team's energy, their focus, and their morale, day in and day out. Which brings us to a really, really crucial point. Being busy is not the same as being productive. In fact, a lot of the time they're polar opposites. And WIP chaos is the main reason why. So let's look at the real costs of this. This slide just lays it all out perfectly. On the left, you've got the illusion of progress, right? 10 tasks all just barely started. It looks like a flurry of activity, but here's the kicker. Zero value has actually been delivered to anyone. Now look at the right. That's real progress. One task, 100% done. That's a win. That's value. So how does this WIP chaos actually sabotage us? Well, the main culprit is something called context switching. Think about it. Every single time you jump from that unfinished email to that unfinished report back to that unfinished design, your brain has to completely reload all the information. It's like closing and reopening a dozen different apps on your computer over and over again. It is mentally exhausting. And the cost of that exhaustion? It's staggering. Some research suggests that heavy context switching can slash your productive time by up to 40%. Just let that sink in. That's like losing 2 full workdays every single week just from juggling too many open tasks. It's wild. And the fallout from that is, well, it's pretty severe. The quality of your work drops because your focus is shattered into a million pieces. Your team's morale just plummets because no one ever gets that satisfying feeling of a win. Deadlines? They become a joke because everything is always almost done. And all of this creates this constant low-grade hum of stress for everybody. Okay, that was all the bad news, I promise. The good news is there's a surprisingly simple way out of this mess. So let's talk about the solution, the one sprint fix. This is all about getting back in the driver's seat with a clear, focused plan. This right here is the fundamental shift in thinking you have to make. We've got to stop giving pats on the back for starting new things and start celebrating finishing them. The goal isn't to have a long list of things you're working on. The goal is to have a long list of things you've actually completed. And here's the entire system. It looks so simple, right? But it is incredibly powerful. First, you have to visualize your work. Get it all out in the open so nothing is hidden. Second, and this is the absolute game changer, you limit your WIP. You consciously decide to limit the number of tasks in progress at any one time. Maybe it's just one per person to start. And third, you build a culture that is obsessed with one thing, moving tasks to done. So what does this path to productivity actually look like when you put it into practice? This isn't just some abstract theory. It's a real practical approach you could start tomorrow. Let's just recap the awesome benefits you get when you finally escape that WIP chaos. Seriously, when you limit your work in progress, the change is almost immediate. Tasks start to flow smoothly from to-do to done. The quality of the work goes way up because your team can finally focus. Morale just soars with every single completed task, and your whole workflow becomes predictable, which is just a huge relief for everyone involved. If you only take one single thing away today, please let it be this mantra: start less, finish more. Say it in your meetings. Heck, put it on a poster. It's that simple, powerful idea that will break you out of the WIP chaos trap. And hey, if you're ready to really dig in and make this happen, remember to check out the links below for our free Agile Starter Kit or to schedule some one-on-one coaching with us. So I'll leave you with this question. Just imagine it for a minute. What if, next week, your team agreed to start only half the number of things they normally would, with the single-minded purpose of finishing what they start? What could you actually accomplish? Really think about it. The results might just surprise you.